How's it going? DUJ2 here. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. And like Miss DHE just said right now, tweets on Monday are bad juju. Okay, so I'm going to be doing the monthly raid event in the background. But I did not expect us to get a tweet today. So the Fantasia Mickey B deal starts tonight at midnight. Draw once per day to receive a total of 3 Fantasia Mickey B's. So it's almost like it's like they're saying, "Hey, this deal is has always been." I don't even know what. Okay, so it's a limited time offer. Draw once per day, so it's going to be around for 3 days. So it's going to be around Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It just feels like everything is lining up for something crazy to happen this Thursday. Now, we kind of know what it is already. For those of you who don't know, Dizzy, let me put on chat because that's too funny. The chat's too funny right now. For those of you who haven't seen or don't know about the video I previously did, I did do a previous video talking about what's coming on this Thursday. This Thursday, we are going to be receiving the record keeper side of our collaboration, which is going to include avatars, which is also going to bring it's going to bring a banner, probably it's going to bring an event, it's going to bring medals, it's going to bring several things. So okay, so basically the way that I kind of feel that the game is going is very much, the game is very geared right now to the new player. We've said this before, and maybe now's the time to talk about it. You know, let's talk about it right now. So this is it. This is the tweet we have right now. Let me take the tweet off the screen while I continue rating. And let me make sure there's no other tweets. Which Monday tweet, weird, man. So yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the current. Let's talk about this tweet. Let's talk about the current state of the game that I feel. I've actually been wanting to talk about this for a while, and I've kind of said it before a little bit of where I feel our game is right now and where I feel our game is going right now. Let me go ahead and fix this as well. Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Okay, just putting myself in the right category as well, because I am streaming right now. I felt for quite some time now that the game, our game, hasn't really been for, well, I mean, we've talked about this before. This game is not for the veteran players anymore. Veteran players, in a sense, the biggest thing that this game does not have is replayability of content. And that means basically you can do the same quest over and over and over again to get rewards, or to get, you know, to get resources to level up, because we don't really level up apart from, you know, using other medals to really level up our medals. And also we don't have something that many other games have, which is RNG in a reward drop system. For example, defeating a raid boss, or let's say defeating a very difficult proud mode quest. Or even defeating a challenge that would be very difficult, and it would take, you know, time and resources to achieve. And when you defeat that quest, or defeat that challenge, or defeat that enemy, then you get a reward, and you might have a very tiny chance of getting a rare drop, or in this case a rare medal. Pretty much every other game has that. You guys know that. I mean, for those of you who know, or those of you who watched me for a long time, you know that I, for a very long time, very much, I played RuneScape for a long time. And within RuneScape, you have like a lot of MMOs, you have the chance of defeating an enemy, and sometimes you'll defeat them, sometimes you won't, but then you get a drop. You get a drop from defeating that enemy, and sometimes, like 1 in a million, sometimes you get a unique special drop. this game has the potential to do this. This game has the chance that you could do a quest over and over and over and over and over again, and you could have yourself a rare drop or a medal in this case. I mean, imagine just doing, I don't know, imagine doing any quest. Imagine replaying a quest over and over again, or trying to grind Lux, you know, and I'll come back to that in a second. So imagine just replaying a game, a quest over and over and over again, and all of a sudden at the end of it, you get an EX medal after doing that quest a million times, or on the first time of doing it. Who knows? But that would really incentivize people to continue playing the game, to play over and over and over again. Now, why would you want to play over and over again? I've said this before. We do have in this game, we collect Lux, we collect light. I'm not going to get into my theories of why we're collecting light or where it comes from. If you want to know that, come to the stream. Sometimes we get into some sometimes people ask me and then I ramble, and 2 hours later, I'm still talking about it. But for me, and in this game, I feel that we have the capacity and we have the potential, or they have the capacity and potential of using Lux and using that system of Lux as a method to encourage us to play the game more. Can you imagine if you could collect 1 billion Lux, right? And I'm not saying on a Lux week like this. I'm saying in a regular week. If you collected 1 billion Lux and you could trade it into the Moogle, there could be a Moogle shop. You could like go to his shop and you could trade in 1 billion Lux to him for a ticket. And that ticket could get you a pull, you know, or something like that, you know. And the other cool thing about that would be if that would take away the Lux from the rankings, then at the end of the week, you'd have to have a decision. Do I want the pull, or do I want the reward in the Lux? You know what I mean? So that would also give you a chance to decide what you want. Do you want, you know, the high ranking in the Lux rankings, or would you rather go for a pull? And that would also incentivize players who don't have the capacity to pay in the game to play more. And I've been saying that for a long time. I mean, that would be a really good way of doing it. I understand how people do want to, you know, the developers do want to get people to spend money in the game. But you also have to realize that spending money in a game or spending time as well, there are different factions in that. There are different benefits for both. So having a program, having an incentive like that where people could do that, you know, that would really, really encourage more playability. And of course, at this point in the game, they've kind of done something like that where the missions but missions, I mean, you're not really playing that much in a day to be able to complete those. And that's great, you know, but you play a little bit, you complete your missions, you get, you know, you log in every day, you get 20,000 jewels at the end of the month. That's awesome. I really, really do like seeing that. But if you had something like what I said, if you had a Lux system for every single week where you could trade in Lux for pulls or for jewels or something like that, and equally that would encourage you to replay quests over and over again. And you could make certain quests that wouldn't give you as much Lux, the ones that could possibly give you a good pull. Or you could even make, like, break a medal in pieces, you know, like 12 shards of a medal. Like, if Kyrie X, if you could find a shard of Kyrie X and then combine 12 shards to make a single Kyrie X. There's so many different things like that that you could add into the game that would avoid people from saying there's no content in the game. Because for the veteran player, there is no content. Even a challenge like the what's it called? The gem, the monthly gem. Now they're going to be monthly. They're not even going to be weekly anymore. The monthly gem quest, something like that is so, once you're done, you're done. And it's going to sit there for an entire month. Or it could be, and that's for a lot of the veterans who already have all the Keyblades. I know. But most of the veterans do have all the Keyblades. They have a considerable amount of medals. they can complete so many things. They can complete so many challenges in the game. But like the monthly gem challenge, once you've completed it, what incentive do you have to do it again? There's no need to go through it, you know. There's no need to go through things like that, you know, because once you've completed it, you're done. If there was a system in the game where you were incentivized to replay a challenge or a quest or a mission over and over and over again in hopes of getting some other reward, content. There you go, content. So for the veteran player, there isn't a lot of content. I agree with that, because we have no replayability in the game. But, and this is this is a big one, just look at the game. 700 plus regular missions, 500 plus proud mode quests. Just the game, it's just look at the size of the game on your device. The game itself is gigantic. It is a gigantic game. It has a ton of content. So when I disagree with people saying, you know, there's no content, I that's what I mean. I mean, there is tons of content in the game. There's just no replayability because it's there. You've got 700 plus quests. You've got 500 plus proud mode quests. There's tons of content in the game every single day. There's just no incentive or no reason to replay the missions. So unless you want to go back and get the Mickey hit, but once you've done that, completionist. And we can never fully complete the album, so I mean that kind of throws a wrench in a lot of people who want to be completionists as well. But there you go, you could do that even, you know, you could make it so you have replayability in the game to be able to get the medals that you weren't able to get before. For the completionists out there, which there are a lot of people, and a game like this, a game in the Kingdom Hearts series, it would appeal so much also to those people who want to be completionists. You can't, if you just start playing this game right now, you can never get 100% of the game because there's a lot of medals that came out before that you are just not able to get. So yeah, so I mean, that's why I mean like this. I mean, this game is fantastic. It's a beautiful game. It's absolutely amazing. And yes, there is a ton of content in the game. There's just no replayability. And all they would have to do is add a couple of little things that would make this game. Now, I know I'm just saying it just to add a little couple things, but the the programming nightmare that would be going through and adding probabilities into different challenges for the replayability would be absolutely horrible. I agree with that. So, you know, but maybe there's something else. Maybe there's something else you could do, or a point system you could get. There's a lot of different ways of adding replayability to this game and incentivizing veteran players to continue playing the game. At a certain point, we've reached a point right now where and I don't want to talk about this right now because it might go too far. Plus, I can't go to another. I'm just doing this right now in the game. I want to talk about the current banners that we have. The 2 current banners that we got. I don't like them, and I'm not going to pull from them. I might pull from the key art one, the copy key art one, just because I want more copy key arts. But from the other one, I really don't see the point in pulling it, especially for someone like me and for the amount of jewels that I have. I do want more copy key arts. I think the copy key arts are still viable game medals in the game for me, for my game. But I think I'd rather save my jewels for other ones. So that's my 2 cents on that matter. I know I've been saying that I want to talk about this for a long time, and I know that I've gotten into a couple of little debates with some people in the comments, you know, or even in streams when I talk to people, because some people, you know, I disagree. I really disagree when people say there's no content in the game. There is tons of content. There's just no replayability in the game. And that's something that pretty much any large game feeds off of. We don't have a player versus player system in this game. You can't compete head to head in real time against anyone. It just doesn't work. You can do Union Cross, but at a certain point it's like so what? You know, once you're done, there's no incentive to continue. And that's the whole thing. We just need that incentive in the game to be able to continue playing the game. So maybe it'll come. Hopefully it'll come. Hopefully they'll add something like that, because a game this beautiful, a game this big, because if you have seen how much space this game takes on your device, it's gigantic. So hopefully they do that. Hopefully they add something. And you know what? Again, this is, yeah, I will talk about that. Actually, I know there's people right now in the chat asking questions, and I will talk about that. Actually, Ariela, I'll explain it to you as soon as I'm done with this video. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Again, I don't know what this means that we got a tweet tonight. I don't think there's a reason for it apart from, and again, what I've been saying right now, this is very much a deal for the newcomers. For those people who are recently finding the game, who are recently playing the game, this is a wonderful deal for them. 7 medals though. Tier 3, 7 medals. I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a list of guaranteed medals in here. Maybe there's going to be. I don't know. I don't know. This is a great deal for people who don't have Fantasia Mickey B's, which is also people who are new to the game, and so much that's gearing towards the game is so good for the new players. Like this, if you've been pulling from the Kiart deal, or you pulled a Kairi EX or a Xion EX or a Namebe 2.0, if you pulled one of them in the other deal, in the top drawer deal, then this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful for you because you're going to be able to gilt that medal, one of those medals. But for the veteran players, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see if there's something else hidden in this banner. But anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I am DUJ2. This has been an interesting video. It wasn't supposed to start as a Let's Talk, but I guess it ended up as one. But let me know down below what you guys think in the comments. Thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.